The first film, Memories of Folkestone, provided a glimpse of the town in the Victorian and Edwardian eras, both of which were renowned for their elegance and fashion, which quickly disappeared with the outbreak of the First World War. This second film, Memories of Folkestone 2, continues the story of the town and the many changes that ensued after the conflict. It will provide recollections of many scenes, some of which have never previously been published. It is therefore unique in its contents, enabling the viewer to recall people's childhood, a relative, a place, or a building. In fact, it is an outstanding presentation of Folkestone's history. Therefore, we invite you to sit back and relax and enjoy these memories of a once beautiful and elegant town. The First World War, with its attendant horrors, impacted on Folkestone on the 20th of August 1914, when boats crowded with Belgian refugees entered the harbour. These early arrivals were crammed into many fishing boats, whose occupants absolutely refused initially to leave them. Here are numbers of Belgian refugees seen with their children huddled together on the jetty alongside the branch line to the harbour. Some 65,000 refugees eventually passed through Folkestone, of which some 15,000 settled in the town. Here, yet another group of refugees who arrived in November 1914 are pictured outside the Fisherman's Bethel on the Stade. The refugees invariably arrived with only the clothes they stood up in. And as winter was fast approaching, the residents of the town contrived ways of supplying suitable clothing for them. These Belgian refugees are seen here in Sandgate Road, waiting outside the London County and Westminster Bank in October of 1914. Nearly 200 German reservists were arrested at Folkestone Harbour and prevented from embarking on the Flushing boat. They are seen here approaching the Slope Road, being marched to Shorncliffe Camp, escorted by an armed guard. Their belongings and baggage followed them in motor cars. A statement issued by the Home Secretary on August 10, 1914, stated that a considerable number of Germans, chiefly reservists, had been arrested in various parts of the country. This was a precautionary measure in due accordance with the usual procedures in the earliest stages of war. On August 14, 1914, a recruiting campaign was held at the bandstand in Marine Gardens. The very first recruit is viewed here, presenting himself at the top of the steps. A charabanc in Dover Road, opposite St Michael's Church, loaded with recruits in August 1914. The notice on the front of the vehicle proclaims, "We're off to serve our king and country, so follow us." These are British soldiers on Slope Road, returning from a bathing parade. Slope Road became the road of remembrance after the end of the First World War. It was named so in memory of the tens of thousands of British soldiers who passed along it, on their way to and from the battlefields of Europe. The military authorities set up 4 rest camps in Folkestone for soldiers returning from the front. Number 1 rest camp was opened in January 1916 at the Marine Parade. The canteen staff are here posing for the camera.